ManLocation.tv. I'm here at Ohayocon 2013 with Mr. Spike Spencer. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
That's great.
So how did you get started in the world of entertainment?
I got started in the world of entertainment. I've been acting pretty much all my life. I started in high school. I started when I was about this tall. When the family was around, I would get on the chair and sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at the top of my lungs for everybody. Then I went to, I was in high school. I was not exactly thinking about acting, but I took drama because just to round everything out. I auditioned for a play. I got the lead role in the play. And the rest is history. I was done. As soon as the camera went down and the applause hit, I was like, oh, this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. It's just fantastic. So I just kept going with that, went to college for it, majored in drama, and went on to act in film, TV, still doing that, and got apparently somewhat big in voiceover world.
Okay, and now on top of not only being a voice actor, you're also a writer, and you happen to write a really funny set of books called What Happens at the Con, Stays at the Con, and you also do an audio visuals about that. What led you to write all those fun stories about the convention world?
Well, it was an interesting thing. I was looking at all the panels, and everybody was talking about all these great things that were happening at conventions, and I said, you know, I've been involved in a lot of these things, and a lot of other people are telling me stories, and I'm a storyteller and a writer, so I figured, why not put it together, sell it as a book. Well, actually, I did an audio book, like you heard, and I've been presenting it as a panel all over the world, and it's a lot of fun. I'm doing it tonight, as a matter of fact, in a few hours, and I love it. It's just a lot of fun to do. It's a lot of fun to bring people into the stories and see their faces. I also wrote another book called How to Be a Frickin' Genius Voice Actor, Step 1. It just helps people who are interested in voice acting to get sort of the idea of how to use your voice as an instrument. It doesn't get into the big business side, but it's very fun, and my writing is light and fun and silly, and I got another project coming up that I'll tell you about in a little bit, but I'll let you keep going this way.
All right, and recently you are in the newer Evangelion movies. What's it like to have them come out, and what's it like to reprise your awesome role?
You know, it was really fantastic when I heard they were redoing the whole thing. I was excited. They said it was going to be 3 or 4 movies, and I said, well, you know, I'm just absolutely honored that I'm able to reprise this role that I've been doing for so long, and to still keep it fresh. And we changed it just a hair, just a touch. We manned him up a little bit, we say, for these the new 3 films, which are absolutely fantastic. They were really amazing. I saw those when I saw the trailers for it. I got goosebumps. And I just, wow, I'm so happy to be working on this again, and I'm really looking forward to 3. I know it just came out in Japan, so I know nothing, so anybody that keeps writing me, so, hey, Spike, do you know about? I do not.
I was going to say, I saw 1.1 and 1.0, so I saw both. I saw 1.0 in English, and then I also saw 1.11 in English too, when Funimation got a hold of it. So it's kind of cool to see the dramatic, the changes, and also your ability to keep going with the flow, you know, and all that type of jazz.
Like a little girl.
Now you're an on-camera actor. So does your voice acting help live action, or does live action help voice acting?
You know, actually, they feed off of each other. Live action, a lot of actors can get in the booth. Some of them can, some of them can't do the voice thing. But the thing about voice acting is the second word is acting. And if you are not an actor, you're probably not going to be able to do it well. I mean, some people can come from radio and do very well, that's fine, but they've got an inherent talent for that. But most people just go, oh, I'm going to be a voice actor, and they get in and they're dry and dead on the microphone because there's so many little tweaks in your voice that you have to do. It helps you from going from the booth onto live action as well, because you have a better vocal prowess, you could say. You know, you really know how to use your voice, how to bring out emotion in your voice, not just through your face, which is a very, very powerful tool. It's just another tool to have as an actor. I like both of them very much. I kind of prefer to be on camera. That's my forte, being on film, television, you know, that sort of thing. But it's all good. It's all good. I love it all.
All right, and now LA is the new hotspot for voice acting talent. What do you think makes the city so great to do that? I mean, a lot of voice actors were started in Dallas and Houston, and recently there's been this like really big shift to go to LA. I mean, what makes it a nice hotspot for that now?
Well, it's always been a hotspot. LA's always been the center of all of it. The one niche, so to speak, for anime was very big in Houston and Dallas, but that's only in the last, 5-10 years tops. So obviously, voiceover's been done in Hollywood forever. And there's just so many more companies out there. I mean, you go to Dallas, you got Funimation, maybe a couple other ones that are spin-offs of that. And I just understand in Houston, there's several that kind of work kind of together. But it's L.A. is where it's all going to be happening. A lot of the big stuff. There's anime out there. There's video games out there. There's comic books. There's your regular Saturday animations. Just everything is out in L.A. You've got a couple of things in other places. So it really is a hotbed, and it always has been.
All right. And now video games are much like anime voice acting. Which one do you like to do the most? I mean, because I've seen you've done a few projects in video games and, obviously anime, but, do they play off each other, or is it kind of the same mentality?
It depends. There's a lot of crossover between video games and anime. Sometimes the video game is based on the anime, and so it works together. However, video games and anime totally different in the acting, unless it is that crossover. And I gotta say, video games are so much fun. Anime, it depends on the project. If you find a character you really like, that's great. The video games will 9 times out of 10 pay more, and it doesn't take quite as long to do them, and it just depends. It's a whole different thing. I'll be talking all about this on my panel on Sunday. But in the end run, you work for a long, long time with the character you like. That's great. It's more of a work of passion, of love, and you really enjoy doing it. But the money's not going to be there. So that's more the artistic. So you do the anime stuff, a lot of it's very artistic stuff. But if you want to do the business side and get in some big roles in, say, Halo or StarCraft or World of Warcraft, which I did some in, you do some different things like that, and it's great because it's more high profile, it's mainstream, it's a lot of fun, and it pays better. And it doesn't take as long. It really doesn't. It's crazy. I'll walk you through it sometimes. It's nuts.
All right, and then now, are there any upcoming projects you're allowed to talk about? Because we always know you guys got to sign those, the pesky, no disclosures, when it comes to games and the anime. Is there any projects that you can't talk about that you want fans to know about right now?
Yeah, I have a couple. This is just a video game. We're going to talk about this one later, okay. Right? Well, no. Is this your question now, or this is up here somewhere? We're just kind of free. We're just going crazy here. Well, there's a couple of things that are happening. I know BioShock Infinite is coming out. I did some roles on that. I did Saints Row 3. That came out last year. Something else. What can I talk about? No, can't talk about that. No, can't talk about that. Oh, no, can't talk about that. Huh. Well, I'm in Nura, Rise of the Yokai Clan right now. Durarara is on right now. I'm in that as well. If Bleach is still going, I'm in that. But I haven't been on in a while. My character, Hanataro Yamada, hasn't been there. There's a few others. Is Kakaishi still on? Is Kakaishi somewhere? I think so. I don't really know what's out right now. They never tell us. We don't know. But so those are coming out. I got a couple other ones that I can't tell you about, sadly. I'll have another project we'll talk about at the end.
Okay. And is there any way fans can keep up with you on the internet, and a final message for your fans?
Absolutely. A couple of things. If you want to get in touch with me on the internet, I have spikespencer.com. I also have my fan site. It's mostly anime-based and video game-based. It's almostevilminions.com. That's a great little fan site. What else? Now, we have another big project that we're working on right now that we can tell you about, and it's called Don't Kill Your Date and Other Cooking Tips. This is based on an international panel that I've done at cons all over the world, thus the international. And it's so much fun. It's all about dating and food. I'm a big foodie. I'm a huge foodie. I love food and cooking and dating and relationships. And you get out there and you have fun. And all the kids that are out here, they want to meet people. They want to understand it. Well, this is a grown-up way of looking at it and saying, well, here's the real deal, guys. We're going to have fun with this. And I've been doing it for about 5 or 6 years. And we've decided to turn it into a TV pilot. And we are going to be filming that. We're filming live PR shots here. That's why I was just mic'd up for the opening. So we're doing a lot of PR here. We're going to be doing my panel. We're filming that. We really want to get everybody over to see the panel, have a great time, because we're just going to get silly. And we're going to talk about food and fun and dating, and we might even get into some naughty stuff. Over 18, please! Oh, my goodness! And it's going to be so much. I'm writing a book as well to go along with it. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I really hope that people will come out and play with us.
Well, thank you so much for coming and talking with us here at Anime Location and here at Ohayocon. Thank you so much, Mr. Spike.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye, guys.